I don't want to cook out my chicken for too long, I am going to show you guys. I can't put it over to the pot because the steam from the pot is going to blur up the camera. Okay, guys? So I have my chicken feet already cooking, and this is my container with my veggies. My veggies are pumpkin, carrots, chocho, celery, I have one Irish potato in here as well. And what else I think? I think that is about it. I like a lot of vegetables. If you have corn, you could put corn as well. But today my veggies are pumpkin, celery, carrots, and squash. I have a yellow squash as well. So I'm just going to add my veggies into the pot, guys. And as I said, I would have carried you closer, but I know the steam from the pot is going to make the camera flare up. So just know what I'm doing, okay?
And we are taking notes.
Okay, no problem. And I'm cooking a small portion, guys, because I'm cooking for myself. So now I have added my veggies to the pot. I'm going to let it combine, cook together with the chicken foot that has already been pre-cooking before we started the live, guys. And once my veggies are soft and tender, then I'll add my seasoning. My seasonings are escallion, thyme, I have some curly parsleys as well. I have a Scotch bonnet pepper because we're my Jamaicans, we like it spicy. Okay, and I like to add a little bit of ginger into the pot as well, and also garlic. And I will be adding some pimento seeds as well. Just all this is just for flavor.
What seeds? What seeds did you say?
Pimento. P-I-M-E-N-T-O. All right, guys, so that's what's cooking. Guys, as I said, I'm not home, I'm at work, and so bear with me. You're getting the information that you need. And to all my Jamaicans in here, you guys know how to cook it, so don't act like you don't know how to cook no chicken foot soup, okay? And if you don't know how to, you can Google. Okay, guys, so guys, there is life, and I'm so happy I've met Diana, because you guys see that I'm not the only crazy one. You see that there is life after cancer. Diana is happily married. Okay, I've met Diana. I met a woman on my Instagram who went through reconstructive surgery, who had to take it out because it got infected. She tried again, and one day I was feeling she was heavily on my spirit, and I reached out to her. I said, can I ask you a question? Are you in fear that if you don't have the breast, your husband is going to cheat on you? And she says, Danny, you know, my husband, he loved my breast, and so I don't want him to just look on the scars. I said, honey, if he didn't love you, he would have left you while you were going through the treatment. The fact that he's still here. I came across an image with a woman, the same thing she had, and her husband took her in his arms. He says, honey, I love you with your scars. And so today I am happy to know that I was able to not force her, but reassured her that he would not leave her, and he reassured her as well that he still loved her. I've had friends who tried to do it, not just her, and their body rejected the silicones. Guys, it's not meant for everyone.
Yes. And then just to add on that, the body may reject the silicone and also may reject the tissue from a different part of the body.
Exactly.
Because there's a friend of mine who had her reconstruction immediately after surgery. She had both breasts redone, and they took tissue from her belly, but I think the right side rejected after a few hours.
Wow.
She had to go back to the theater for them to take out the other breast.
Wow.
So she waited for about a year, and she was thinking about, should I not go back to try reconstruct that remaining part? And her surgeon kept calling and saying, hey, it's time, we can try again. Don't forget, guys, that these doctors and these surgeons, they want money also.
Yes.
They want money.
Yes.
So they are not doing that because, they care about how you look, but they're trying to also get money, because when they do it, they're paid lots of thousands of dollars.
Of course.
You know? So you need to think about that. So this lady, she called me and she had a chat with me. She was asking me mostly about, hey Diana, what advice would you give me? Are you comfortable the way you are? Are you okay? And I said, I am fine.
Of course.
JP, thank you. I am fine, as in I've never even thought about me being lesser of a human.
Right.
In fact, if you see me not in my kitchen, even in my kitchen, you see me walking,
Yeah.
you see me doing all my funny stuff, and you see me in the office sometimes with my flat chest and nicely dressed, and I'm serving the students.
Yes. Yes.
My beauty is not defined by this. When they were taken out, I said, hey, please, Kenyans like saying, give them a decent send-off. So I said, I hope they gave my breast decent send-off. I hope they laid my breast to rest.
Rest. Exactly.
A good place. You know?
Exactly.
And I remember that morning of going to surgery, I was just, okay, go to the toilet, Mama. I was just putting on my bride. I told my husband, you know what, take me some final pictures. Take me some last pictures. I want to see this breast for the last time. And he took pictures of me, different ways and all that. And then it was time, and I said, let's go in, I'm ready. And my husband could, even my brother, they thought I was crazy, especially the males. My husband was not for it initially, but later on he saw me blooming and thriving.
Yes.
And now if I tell him, do I go and put them anyway? He said, no, don't put. Because he's gotten used to me like this. And he sees the way I'm enjoying life. And he knows if I go and put on those things, I will not like them. You know? But then my brother was like, oh, if you don't replace your breasts, or if you take them out, you will lose your balance. Can you hear that, engineer? My brother thought he was joking. I was joking. How can a whole electrical engineer tell me that if I take out my breast, I will lose balance?
Lose your balance. Oh my God.
So I asked him, do you lose your balance because you're a man? Hey, JD, thank you. Do you always lose your balance? Like, really?
Oh,
so I was picturing myself walking like this. Just because I don't have breasts. Seriously?
Diane, 1 second. You see how I tell you we have so much in common, guys? I had a recording on the night before my cancer, before I had my double mastectomy. My mom came and prayed for me because I'm a workaholic, guys. I was at work. She came and she prayed for me. And the night now I went into the bathroom, guys, I told her the breasts weren't firm. So I pick up one and I said, I gave them so much love. I said, thank you for feeding the kids. I said, thank you for giving me little cleavage when I needed it. I said, but you got to go. I said, you're trying to take my life, but you got to go. And I gave them a nice bath. I massaged them. I wasn't crazy. I have a recording in my phone. I showed to a few friends, guys, and I posted it on my WhatsApp too. And I gave them a nice little what you'd call an intimate moment, guys. And when it was time to go, I was like, come doctor, you ready? You ready? What you doing first? You ready? I was ready. Guys, I lost the breast, but I never lost my breath, and I've never lost my confidence.
Amen.
Okay? I never lost I don't know how it was for you, Diana. I have 3 kids, and they are all they're just, I could not have done all I did. And the same prayer you shared, I said, God, I know no one who would care for these beings like the way I can. I ask you to keep me alive, to see them off to their worst. Today, I am proud to say I have seen a grandchild from my oldest daughter who is married to a Marine, living their best life. My youngest daughter is now 14. My son, who is 19, is currently enrolled into pilot school to become listen, Diana, we don't have
your son will fly us to Kenya.
I was about to tell you that and you said it, girl. Let me tell you something. We don't have to worry where we go. We just gonna get in the jet so he could take us around, huh? Diana, God, let me tell you, I know what I just saw in the spirit. God, I thank you. You can't say everything out loud because we know that there are some waiting to catch it.
I'm telling you, before we lay and take our last breath, and this is something I normally tell myself, God, before I take my last breath, I shall have done everything that you created me to do. And people find me strange when I say this. I have done a lot from the time of my cancer diagnosis to this moment. compared to what I did before I was
Before
diagnosed
you
with
had
cancer.
cancer. You know what,
From the
Daniel?
time I had cancer, I got clarity.
Yes.
I got to understand what my purpose in life was.
Tell them
Before
your
I
story,
had
Diana.
cancer, I did not know what my purpose was. I was everywhere.
Yes.
Oh, I think I will be a doctor. No, I think I can. No, people, I'm going to acting school. Oh, I want to be in Hollywood. Oh, I can sing. I was everywhere. But right
Yes.
now, I am focused. I know I
Yes.
have 2 ministries. I know I am feeding cancer
Yes.
patients. Other things will happen around me, but they will never sway me from what my vision is. And every day, God confirms that things, guys, let me tell you something. You have to know how God speaks with you.
Ooh, important.
Because there is something interesting about knowing how God speaks with you.
Yes.
I never knew how God speaks with me until after cancer again.
Yes.
Let me tell you, the guy upstairs, he shows me a lot of things that when I was busy doing things, I will quickly know, oh God, that's you. Oh God, that's you. Thank you. Thank you. I thought I had some track. I know I'm on track. And I said it on my platform. Let me repeat it here. There's a doctor who passed away yesterday. And I keep talking about confirmations that I am in ministry and that I am surely doing what he wants me to do.
Yes.
Okay? This doctor was there for me last year when one of my patients was dying. And this patient, his cancer had moved to his lungs. Many people knew him in Kenya. Thanks so much, Sunshine. And because he had written to one of the major telecommunication companies in Kenya and asked them to take care of his daughter when he passes away. His name was Miles. So I was live and somebody told him to come to my live. Moot. And when he came to my live and told me about, oh, he's finding it hard to breathe and all this, I say, you know what? Let us talk on the side. And I called him and told him, when you're feeling difficulty in breathing, it could be that there's cancer in your lungs.
No. Yes.
So I need you, I'm sending you money. I need you to go to the hospital.
Right.
And he went to a hospital in a town called Eldoret. And I have my staff. I have staff in five towns, and they're mostly volunteers. So I will, what I do is I will send the money for their movement. I will send the money for their communication. I will make sure they don't use any of their monies, okay? So David went with this patient to the hospital, and the hospital kept taking us in circles. You know, you tell them, so what are we doing with the patient? They say, the patient needs chemotherapy and we are going to do radiation. Then you say, then go ahead. And then they say, oh, insurance will not pay. And then I said, you know what? I will pay. I told my staff, tell them we are going to pay cash. We have the money. So when they had that we had the money, because they did not know there was somebody maybe in the US or there's some people who could help, they were just seeing this poor patient.
Yes.
When they had us say we are going to pay cash, they disappeared. We were not seeing any doctors anymore. So David was looking for them. They were not coming. So I got so annoyed because we are here with a patient who cannot breathe.
Right.
And they've told us they can do radiation and they're changing their mind. So I went to Facebook and I said, guys, I need help. I need anybody to connect me with any member of staff at Moi Referral Hospital in Eldoret.
Right.
And when I did that, my sister, who went to school with this doctor who passed away yesterday, she reaches out and she told me, hey, Edith is a doctor in that hospital. Edith is a psychiatrist. So what I do is, I reach out to Edith, I call Edith, and I tell Edith, I have a patient. I have one of my patients in Eldoret. He's there and the doctors cannot be reached now.
Right.
And what Edith did, she told me, okay, I will look for the patient, what's his name, and all this. Then Edith called the cancer team, the oncology team, and he asked them what's going on. I have a friend who has a patient here and nobody is seeing them.
Right.
And the doctors told her the truth. The doctors told her, Edith, the guy's name was Morris. Morris' left lung is already collapsed. Because of cancer. Cancer has eaten it, it is gone. Now the right lung is on its way.
Jesus.
So we cannot do any treatment to him, and we are only giving him less than 2 weeks to live.
Jesus.
So Edith called me And Edith told me, Diana, the reason why you're not seeing doctors is because there is nothing else they can do and they cannot tell the patient. And I told Edith, that is wrong. They are supposed to bring counselors and therapists to talk to the patient and tell the patient the truth.
Exactly.
You know, but they did not send until we put a lot of pressure, and they had to bring a therapist from outside the hospital. Can you imagine a whole hospital did not have a therapist?
What?
Yep.
Wow.
And Edith was a psychiatry doctor, but she was in a different place. They don't bring it to oncology. You understand?
Wow.
Now, Miles later on died on the 22nd of March last year. My friends, carry it forward 1 year down. When I tell you, you have to look at how God communicates to you.
Yes.
1 year down the line, Edith gets diagnosed with lung cancer that had metastasized into her brain.
Oh my God. Oh
Guys, mark the word lung. Miles last year,
yes.
Edith was the doctor to help. Now Edith, lung cancer gone to the brain.
Jesus.
She was going through treatment, and yesterday, when I saw my sister crying on her Facebook and saying, my friend has passed away, guys, immediately a voice told me, check the dates.
Oh my God.
Check the dates.
And
you remember I told you I'm in the office, I'm working, but I was checking my phone, so I'm like, okay, check the dates. So Edith is 22nd of March. And when that voice told me check the dates, already I'm like, was it 22nd March? Was it 22nd March? So I'm bringing my phone. You should have seen me. I'm taking my phone. I'm looking for Miles. I'm looking for the post with Miles. And then I went and I caught Miles. And I saw 22nd March 2023.
Jesus.
And I looked at the ceiling. And I told God, God, what are you trying to tell me? What are you trying to tell me? Several common denominators. And then something happened yesterday. I put down that date. I come and I do a video on TikTok about seasons and reasons why people are in your life for seasons.
Yes.
So if a season comes with somebody and that person leaves you, do not say that person is bad. They're not bad.
Your season is ended.
Their season has ended.
Jesus.
Focus on the new people that have come with the present season. I am in Cheryl's life this season. She is in my life this season, and I'm praying that she may be cross-seasonal. So that I walk with her all seasons of our lives.
Yes, Lord.
But when I did that video talking about seasons, do you know what happened? I see my sister's comment on a post, and I realized I am tagged on that post. And I was tagged on that post by a cancer survivor who has now turned patient because she has just been diagnosed with stage 4. You know, it's a reoccurrence. And she tagged me on a post. And so I'm like, oh, so what is this post my sister is commenting on? Why am I tagged on this post? And I go and listen. This lady has written information to the general public telling them that she's been diagnosed with stage 4. Her colon cancer has reoccurred in her lungs. And the background of that video is talking about seasons.
Wow.
The background of that video is saying people come to your life for different seasons and for different purposes and reasons. I say, thank you, Jesus. Thank you for always confirming that I am in your will. When we pray many times, you say, God, may your will be done. May my wishes and may my work and everything I do, may it align perfectly
with your will.
With your will. And when you came to my life and you went up there and you talk of 3 kids and you talk of left breast and you talk of 36 and you talk of all things, in my heart I was saying, he has come.
Jesus.
When I talked about pain to purpose and I talked of my meeting in Kenya, and you asked me, when are you going? And I told you. And then you talked about, immediately I heard you say the phrase, breastless, but not breathless. And I said, this is her.
Thank you.
Pain to purpose, breathless. Breastless, but not breathless. These are ministries that are going to work and they will thrive.
Yes.
Let me tell you, several facts to life. Several facts to life.